And we're back on k4hd.com, and we've switched to our other sister programming, which is at the YouTube and the TikTok. So thank you guys for joining me there. We're talking about my process, how, who, and how I work. We did the candle fair over the weekend, which was fantastic with our sponsor, General Wax, over in North Hollywood. Yay! And a couple of people came up and asked me, how do I work? And I realized I've never really broken it down completely, but I am going to do a better job moving forward. For me, astrology, affirmation, aromatherapy go hand in hand because it's something the Spirit's already given us. But me as a spiritual coach, my job is to give you as much information to help you stay on your course. Now, everything that I'm saying, you can look this up yourself. You do not need me to interpret everything. Pretty much, if you're listening to this particular broadcast, then you're a very intelligent person. I have no doubt you understand a great deal, probably more than you even want to realize. So, when I talk about astrology, I'm always looking from just across the table, just what's happening in the Gemini section or what's happening in the Aries section. It's always a generalization because I don't have a natal chart in front of me, but I have enough clients where I can pull some data and get a little bit of assessment. Now, in astrology, you have 12 planets and 10 houses. So that's when it gets interesting. And when you do a natal chart, or at least when I do a natal chart, it's like an x ray. It gives me a complete idea of the energy at your longitude and latitude when you came down here. And that helps me assess your mindset, how you grew. It always tells me a strength and a weakness. Always, always, always. So there's always something you're damn good at, even if you don't think so. And there's something that's your challenge, but there's also a fear in there. And that fear is your false evidence appearing real that you must do to attain your personal goals. Now, as a coach, that's one of the things I look at. So you have the natal chart. You also have classes that are available from mindful meditation guided to color and fragrance to tell you what colors work for you. And we're going to have the vision board coming in January. So we've offered a lot of different ways to connect, okay, and to get together to make this world a little bit better from the inside. All right. And of course, I have my one on ones, half an hour, full hour, and then the podcast. But you got to follow us. You have to engage with us. The only way any of this stuff works is that you believe in yourself because that's the basic premise of everything. Do you believe that you're ready to receive? And if so, are you ready to move all the BS out of the way so that you can move toward what you're asking for? Like truly manifesting what you need. And here's the deal. This week, oh man, it sucked. I mean, the week, not the end of the week. Candle Fair was awesome. Hey, thanks for joining, Harmony. That was great. But came back to some business dealings. Hey guys on YouTube. That was not very fair. I was dealing with some shysters, you guys. And they were not good to me. And I ended up having to lose some money. And I am still in the process of figuring out what that all looks like. But I had to pray, you hear me? Because I thought I did what I was supposed to do. And they turned around and kept coming up with more boo boo and more boo boo and more boo boo and more boo boo. Hey, thank you, Harmony. I appreciate that. Join the team, guys. I had to pray, you guys. I'm talking, use all my affirmation, all my prayers, because that was not what we agreed upon. That is not what we discussed. It was like, what are you talking about? Are you kidding me? And I'm not going to lie, for one brief moment, I had to just breathe. Literally, I had to just take a deep breath and pray my way through it. And you know what? Because of that, the people, the support, the energy that I have around me, I honestly say I am blessed. I am so blessed. Yes, yes. Okay? But it's because of the affirmations. It's because of the prayers. I was burning the dickens out of this orange candle. Now, this is the candle of the month, the Candles by Ari. Now, it already has like some cranwood, tangerine, and cinnamon. And you guys know what it's like when somebody's cooking with cinnamon. Oh my goodness. It's good. And then it's a tangerine color, so it's like pumpkin. And it's soy wax. I know I spilled some, but you know what? That's when you're doing your best work. Because, take a look at this. Yummy. And the affirmation that comes with this says, I accept that I have the power to make my own choices and choose to follow my creative intuition now under grace and perfect way. And so it is. I have the power. I have the power. How incredibly beautiful is that? Not taken away from anybody, not harming anybody. Just I have the power to make my own decisions. Now, the candles is because I know you guys can't be with me 24/7. But if you have a fragrance or a color around you and you're saying your affirmation, you're still creating that energy that we talk about, that we work with, that we create. Okay? And that's what it takes, guys, is to hold on to that energy despite everything that's happening around you, because you are going to have things happen. I mean, the world right now is going through a lot of changes. I've listened to the news. We have elections coming up here in United States. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to bless all of it and know that there's a divine design, and know that Spirit's working on that divine design right now as we speak, because I'm blessing everybody. Everybody. Sending them so much love and light. And if they don't want to receive it, that's fine. I'm sending it to them. They can keep it, send it to the next person, or let it just be. Because I'm not responsible for them. And that's one of the things I really help my students and my clients understand. You can only do so much. You can only extend your hand so far out. You can only be so considerate. Then you have to go, I can't go no further. This is it. I'm pretty done. And that's being real, guys, because that's taking care of your mental well being. And I personally believe that good people, especially since we're reared to be together and to be as one and get along, that I don't think we really know how sometimes to put those healthy barriers up, because they're barriers. They're barriers for our own well being. It's not just to hurt people. Sometimes it's just so I can get through what I got to get through, because everybody has a limit. Everybody knows how much energy they can take, or at least you should. And that's one of the things I really encourage you to do. Use the affirmation I'm giving to you. It's from my heart. I'll do a little bit of astrology at the end of the episode, just to go over kind of what's happening. We're still in Libra time, so Mercury's still in Libra as well. Venus is in Scorpio, Mars is in Cancer. We still got some planets retrograde, and that's Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. And Jupiter's in Gemini retroing. Saturn's in Pisces retroing. Uranus is in Taurus retroing. And Neptune is in Pisces retroing. And of course, Pluto is in Capricorn, also doing the retro dance. So, it's still very interesting. It's the outer planets, so it's not so much what's going on the outside as much going on the inside. You may find yourself need to sleep a little longer, may need some extra waters, minerals. Please, please, please try to do your fruits and vegetables every day. I know it should seem obvious. And of course, drink your water, guys. Get at least, 64 ounces of water in every 24 hours. And get yourself some sleep. I know that seems like sleep. Are you kidding me? No. Sleep. One of the major components to healthy well being is being well rested. And if you're not well rested, then you're kind of like out of your freaking mind, don't you think? I mean, I know for me that I slowly become a little bit more, let's just say, don't care-ish, because I'm not connecting anymore. I'm exhausted. So getting that 6 to 8 hours, taking those cat naps, just doing those little power things could keep you from going into La-La-ville. Okay? I mean, I know for myself, it's mandatory. And I hope that's one of the things that you guys are learning. If nothing else, when you listen to the show, learn to be good to yourself. Treat yourself kindly. All right? Don't be so quick to be so harsh and so mean. And really, and I know, guys, because I am my worst critic. Ask anybody that knows me, I am my hardest critic. But we always need that one more time just to pull our head out of our behind and try to work this out. I know this thing called life, man. So we're on k4hd.com. It's spiritual coach, manifestation expert, meditation coach as well, Miss Ari Mack. Come on back. We have one more segment, and I got some astrology tips for you, okay? See you in a minute. Mm. There's never a dull moment. Mm-hmm. And we're back on k4hd.com, streaming live under my social medias on TikTok and on YouTube. Thank you guys so much on YouTube. You guys show me so much love. And thank you, my TikTok fans. I appreciate. It takes a village to help grow and continue to make this world better. And I say start with you on the inside so that you can continue to be the best human being you can be. Yeah? Well, today I'm sharing my process and why and how and why I do this work. We had the candle fair this weekend. It was absolutely fantastic. We had the mindful meditation class, which I invite all. I invite all. Come to one of the classes, email me or hit me up, and I'll make sure we get the link out to you in time. It is so important and beneficial for you to take a mental break. Even if it's only for 55 minutes, 20 minutes, it is so important for your well being just to relax, have that inward space, and regenerate. And in the mindful meditation class, I can honestly say after over 15 years doing this class, it happens, it works. And we have people showing up every single course because we do it bi weekly because energy needs energy. We need to come together and, if nothing else, at least agree to be happy within ourselves. So definitely check out the next one, and I'll have that posted on the website at candlesbyari.com. And don't forget, my course, Manifestation Bootcamp, is available at spiritualcoacharimac.com. But basically, I've helped hundreds of people connect with their higher power to achieve their personal goals through my astrology, affirmation, and aromatherapy knowledge, which has been around for hundreds of years, and it works. My interpretations come from not only astrology, but my intuition and just the aromatherapy situations that God's given me over the years. The affirmations are for you. Now, I do make candles as well, candle maker, and the candles all have a particular meaning. So go to Candles by Ari, look at the color page, and it'll tell you every single meaning for every single candle. And that's all original. That came from our company. Now, this month we're doing the orange candle, okay? And it's a special on the website at candlesbyari.com. And the affirmation that's on this particular candle has worked for many, 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 many months. And I'm giving it to you guys for free. So all you gotta do is use it, okay? Find something you like to smell, say the affirmation, try it for a couple of weeks and see what happens. Worst case, you said something nice about yourself. That's so bad. Anyway, so the affirmation is I accept that I have the power to make my own choices and to choose to follow my creative intuition now under grace and perfect way. And so it is. I choose to follow my intuition now and make my own choices under grace and perfect way. Now, I know when you're going through a situation and it looks like everything's going sideways, it is pretty goddamn hard to be affirming when you say, I don't feel it, I don't see it, it's not happening. And I think we've all been in touch with that emotion. It is even more important for you to dig in spiritually because it's like drawing to yourself the river. Now, I'm going to use this illustration. When Noah? No, let's go to Moses. Moses, he's a big one. When Moses, okay, was crossing the Red Sea after he took off from Pharaoh and they was coming after him to kick his ass, he had to pray, you guys. He was affirming, and I'm sure he was thinking, should I have gone left at the Sphinx or right? And he had to dig deep into his prayers. And guess what? They have proven that there's a peninsula that only rises and falls every so many thousands of years in that historic place that they could actually walk through the Red Sea on dry land because the winds move the sea. Now, right now, we have a lot of emotions coming down. We got Mercury in Libra, which is about partnerships. So it's a really good time for you to evaluate where you are in your partnership. What kind of partnership do you want? You got Venus in Scorpio, so you're looking for that hidden love, not only spiritual, but it really has to speak to you, say something. Mars is in Cancer, another water sign, so it's about holding on and building something long term. Okay? Now, for the Jupiter being in Gemini, Saturn being in Pisces, Uranus being in Taurus, Neptune being in Pisces, and Pluto in Capricorn, those are all going backwards. So it doesn't mean our luck isn't with us, guys. It just means we have to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more due diligent, make that one more extra step to keep things moving forward. And even if something, Tina Turner, who's one of my idols, said that at certain points she had to clean houses when she was developing her career. And she says, as long as you keep your mind on your goal, you could be the best housekeeper, the best or whatever you do, because your goal is that. So you're there to do the job and be done. And that's what we got to remember, that God doesn't send us backwards. Spirit doesn't send us in the wrong direction. It just may go in different forks in the road because, quite frankly, we don't know what we're doing. We have an idea, we have some suggestions, hell, we may even have a blueprint, but that does not mean you actually know what the heck you're doing. And the universe, this is what makes it so beautiful. They have a divine design. Yeah, it's a divine design. And you can look this up for yourself online. Every religion has a calling of it, but it's also something that's naturally within you. So when you're affirming, okay, and you're using aromatherapy, now I have the bomb ass in my opinion because and you say your affirmations. I accept that I have the power to make my own choices and choose to follow my creative intuition now under grace and perfect way. And so it is. You're basically saying to the universe, I'm ready to take the helm. I'm ready to take guidance. Notice I said take guidance and be receptive to what you're asking me. Right there, you guys, you're opening up the Red Sea. You're literally opening up the Red Sea. Now, this is a special candle for this month only. And this actually has a pumpkin spice in it, which is a very hard spice to get during the holidays. And it's available at thecandlesbyari.com. Okay? So, as we come to the end of this beautiful session, I really hope that I imparted with you guys. Working with me is a little different because it's not for everybody. You got to do your own part. You got to use the techniques that I'm giving you. Yes, astrology's been around forever. I'm giving you that already. Your natal chart is who you are when you came down here. Um, it just gives me that x-ray. Now, it's not perfect. Nothing's a perfect science. But knowing more about thyself makes life a lot more easier and does make you feel a little bit better about who you are. Just feeling calmer, just accepting who you are, where you have come from is so cathartic. It's so cathartic. So, you got affirmations that you can use. You have the aromatherapy classes. I have over 300 podcasts up. Take a listen to them. Like literally, just take a listen to them. Spend some time downloading. You can see where I started, where I'm at now, and just take in this information because it's all gearing toward the same thing, which is your positivity, your mental well-being, feeling at least relief, a little relief that you're not the only one, that you're not personally being taken advantage of, that the universe is not setting you up for some fall. Some gypsy done told you your family's cursed. I mean, seriously, there's so many things that send you in the wrong direction. It is mind blowing. I mean, oh my goodness. But you do have the power of choice. And you have this thing called the internet, which gives you access to information. It's like a hell of a library. All you got to do is decide which library card do you want to check in on. Now, I'm astrology, affirmation, aromatherapy, manifestation expert, and that's using your affirmations because I know the power of your mind and your spoken word. But you have to also be ready to have that power, utilize that power, and own that power. And that's what makes my clients successful is they don't want to go backwards. They just don't want to go backwards. They don't want to continue to deal with disappointment and anger and resentment and blaming other people because sometimes you could have stopped things. You could have made different choices. Mm-hmm. And owning that is a part of being grown. I told you guys on my Facebook page, I said sometimes you just got to shut the F up and be a grown up. And it is sometimes sucky to be a grown up. But it's important so that we can leave a legacy of this is what I did as an example. I hope you do better than me. Right? I hope that you find the secrets that I may have overlooked because I'm doing the best I can. But we got this. We got this, you guys. You keep working with me. I keep working with you. As I said, do you want to come to a mindful meditation class? Hit me up. Go to my website, join, send me some notes. I am going to be sending out stuff more on a regular basis. Like I said, the show was big this weekend, so it took a little bit more than I thought, but I did it. I did it. And once again, here's this affirmation. I accept that I have the power to make my own choices. And I choose to follow my creative intuition now under grace and perfect way. And so it is. And so it is, you guys. So there's so much good stuff going on in this world. And there's so much opportunity. And I know there's a lot of challenges for that opportunity. I do hear you. But I do know vibrationally when you stop worrying so much and start working on self and doing those baby steps, even if you don't want to do them, the affirmation is where I ask you to start. Affirm better for yourself. Affirm to be stronger than where you are. Affirm for the insight and the help. And guys, accept the help. If somebody's offering you a hand across the table and they really don't have to, accept that that person's showing you love and light, and don't be a dum dum. Be thankful and let them help you. It's so important for your mental well being. It's so important for your spiritual well being. Having those balances, that check and that balance, man, it could be the difference between being a really happy person or a really psycho person. And you get to pick. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I understand. I'm not just saying affirmations and doing the astrology thing and just laughing. I am the one of the hardest people on myself when it comes to what I like, what I prefer, how I want things done. So I feel you, all right, baby? All right, I will see you next week. Thanks so much for joining. Remember, check out my website, countessbyari.com. Follow me on all the social medias, and I'll see you soon. Mwah, mwah. God bless. Don't forget to share. Hit subscribe.